Here's some of the pictures of some of the classic people that we know here in St. Louis we have in Hall of Fame. At top is the only one still alive. That's Barbara Carr. Behold her, Lester Young, Benny Smith, Albert King, Henry Townsend, Ike Turner, Johnny Johnson. They're all deceased except for Barbara. And here's some of the T-shirts and things from WSL, KTZ, and other stations that we had, that we wore during public appearances. All these cassette tapes and also these reel-to-reel tapes also become digitized and adapted to a digital format. Here's some reel-to-reel machines that we had. Gold records, radio station KTZ, KWK, KKSS, KWMU, and so forth, and KIRL. Some of the different photographs that we have, just memorabilia here, the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. There's Joe South, 45 records. And this is Luther Ingram, Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right. That's his platinum record there. And these are some of the other awards that we've received over the years. This is a collection here by Cookie Whitfield, the widow of attorney Harold Whitfield. These are soul and jazz and R&B songs that they donated to us just recently. All these cassette tapes here also will be made digital. We have cassette, as you see, VHS tapes up here. And these are some of the old photographs and old people that we have. That's me back in 1965 at KATZ. Here's Bill White. There's gentleman Jim Gates. My induction to the Pioneer Radio Hall of Fame back in 2002, I'm sorry. And there's just so many gold records that we've acquired over the years from different radio stations, from different record companies because we played them, and then some awards from the cities and from the state legislature. Scotty Lawrence, Dr. Robert Salter, and all these more recording gold records. This is just a portion of what we have at the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. We have so much more. We have so many things that we can display. We just don't have the space right now, but hopefully in the very near future, we'll find a spot for all of this to be in one spot. These are KATZ, 1965. Robert B. Q, Doug Eason. There's Chuck Cunningham. It's James Brown. That's Bernie Hayes next to James. That's me. Jerome Dixon and Buster Jones. This is 1997. The jocks of WESL in East St. Louis, Illinois. And I'm sad to say that over half of these people are deceased now. Ms. Robinson, Peggy Legge, Ms. Gates, Sandra Gates, Sweet Charlie, Mike Brooks, J.W., Jockenstein. They're all deceased now. But Oliver Sane is still one of the things that we wanted to show in Oliver Sane. This tribute here also is very important, how much life is so precious. But all of these lineups here, this show that we did for him back in 1997, only 4 of those people are still alive. The man with the golden horn, and I'm fortunate to have named Oliver the man with the golden horn. That came out of my mouth as a tribute to Oliver Sane. And he's since that been known as the man with the golden horn. More gold records, Doug Eason teaching, Media Hall of Fame, just so very much. These are the percussion instruments donated by Quartet Trebien, this percussionist, Percy James. And all these are percussions. These are all instruments that he played on some of the LPs and CDs. It's also listed at the top there. They were the most recognized jazz quartet in the St. Louis area and even across the world at one time. These are some of the shows that we did, and some of the people. E. Riley Jones, Four Tops, Scotty Lawrence, Marblettes, some of the places that we've been and some of the things that we've done. Columbus Gregory, Scoop Sanders. And also from the wall over here, these are some of the other pioneers. These are some of theirs that have passed on. There's Spider Burks, Wally Price, Gracie, Al Witt was just passed. Scoop Sanders from KXLW, and also became the #1 anchor in Baltimore, Maryland. Lou Times, Ruby Somerville Dixon, Leonard Morris, great gospel announcer here in St. Louis, one of the very first. Pontella Bass. There's so many that we cherish and want to keep in our memories. Here's some of the obituaries of some of the people that we have talked about. Here's a very famous disc jockey called Dr. Jockenstein. I'm sure all of you remember Dr. Jockenstein. This is Henry Townsend, who had recorded over 6 different decades. Here's Lou Father Times, his obituary. Johnny Johnson, obituary of Johnny Johnson, who actually made Chuck Berry. Here's Gracie, another member of Gracie. Little Milton, that's Dennis Edwards, The Temptations. All these are obituaries. Here's obituary for Chuck Berry. Remembering Harold Whitfield, who just gave us that wonderful collection that we have. Queen of the Blues, Denise LaSalle, her obituary. This is Kenny James, who was a vital part of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. He passed earlier last year. Just so many. Luther Thomas Ingram, very precious friend. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. And that's Luther Ingram's obituary, 1937, 2007. Artie White, Artie Blues Boy White. So these are the things that we consider very important. We cherish them, and it's so important that we preserve the history and the memory of so many people who sacrificed so much that we could be here and doing what we're doing here today. Some of the people that died in Washington, Luther Ingram again, Gene Chandler, Jackie Wilson, B.B., Jimmy Reed. And here's a record player that will actually play 33, 78s, and 45s. This will play all forms of music, 33, 45, 78s. U.B. Hayes dedicated and donated this to the Black Hall of Fame and the Jazz Institute. But we're able to play 33, 45, and 78 records on this machine right here. And the clarity, the audio is really, really good. Good fidelity, and you'll be more than surprised. Here we are in National Black Radio Hall of Fame. This preservation, this repository is open to the public. Hope that you'll come down and visit with us. It's free. You can take pictures. You may do the research that you think is important. And we're here to accommodate you. That's what we're here for. And we sincerely hope that you will take advantage of it.